is happening and how have you been? Gotta go, but I'll see you again. And oh, the music is so loud. And then I fade into the crowds of people standing everywhere. Across the street I'm at the slop affair. And here they always play my songs. And me, I wonder if it's wrong or right, they come here just the same, telling everyone about their games. And if you think it obsolete, then you go back across the street. Yeah, street. When I leave now, don't you wait for me. I'll be back, just save a seat for me. But if you just can't make the room, look up and see me on the moon's a common scene around my town. Here where everyone is painted brown. And if with you that's not the way, let's go, paint everybody gray. Yeah, gray.
Well, good evening and morning to some people. Hey, Tracy. Nice to see you lurking around on what's miles away from Valentine's Day for you. So, yeah, we are here against the odds. As some of you know, I've been a bit under the weather this week and still am. So I'm hoping that some lovey-dovey music, not that that's all we'll hear, will perk me up for a little bit. Probably won't stream as long as usual, and if we go down early, then I'll take that as a sign that I should go to bed. Uh, but otherwise, we will play some love songs, and I started us off there with a song by the band Love, just to demonstrate that we don't have to follow any one particular rule about what qualifies as a love song. It doesn't have to be soppy and romantic. It can be. It can be whatever you like, really. So River and Tracy and anyone else looking around who wants a song for them or their significant other, drop us a message in the chat and we'll get a little tiny queue rolling. Meanwhile, as expected, I've got a random playlist of my own, which is full of love songs, by which I've defined songs as love songs if love is the first syllable of their titles. So some of them are genuine songs about love, and some of them are other things. We shall find out what that might mean as we go along. Okay, well, if it's long, it means that I can play it for longer and not talk so much, which might help me out actually. So we'll add that one into the mix. But first, let's see what my random list has in store for us. Love songs list. Got 82 songs here. We're probably only going to hear a few of them, but as ever, I shall let the randomness god select what we start off with. And that's going to see us get a love injection from One Desire, which is a possibly dissolved Finnish band. They had problems with their lead singer, and they seem to have gone very, very quiet, but who knows? We hope they resurrect. Hello Karen, welcome to post-Valentine's Day. I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. We had obviously a really quiet one, but I did get a very cute card there. One day I won't just get a card with a cat on it, I'll get an actual cat, but you know, I've been wearing my husband down for, well, this coming Thursday will be our 13th wedding anniversary, so for that long, for him to realise that the fact that he's got a cat allergy is not a good enough reason for us not to have a cat or 6, and I think another 5 or 10 years and I'll have convinced him, so wish me luck with that. Karen, if you have a love song of any sort that you'd like to have played tonight for any reason at all, let me know in the chat and I shall get it in there for you. After this one I will do my usual thing, which is picking a best of 3 from the next ones on my random list, and then we'll get River's Sleep Token soon in the mix. It's only 8 and a bit minutes, and when you're saying long I was thinking 15, because me and Sean have different definitions of what qualifies as a long song. That's a we'll definitely get that in there somewhere, Karen, because it is on it's on my list, but as I say, my list is quite long, so I will ensure that we get that played from Chicago. "40 years about it." Congratulations, Karen. I think, I mean, really, there was no need to show me up when I said I've got 13 coming up, but yeah, 40 is impressive. And it's nice to prove that it can be done. I think it's not always easy to maintain that. I think we're very lucky when we do find ourselves in a relationship that is loving for a long, long time. So well done us. Alrighty, some some Finnish love being injected into us to start us off there, and now we shall see what's next. We've got Love Strikes from 38 Special, Love Lies Dying from FM, or Love Isn't Easy from The Storm. I don't actually know that song very well, but let's have some 38 Special because they are coming up on Monday. They had a song that reached number 25 in the US, so that's continuing my series of songs that hit 25 for 2025. This is from the Rock and Roll Strategy album from 1988, which is the first one after Don Barnes was gone, and it actually yielded their biggest hit, but it's not this. It's a song called Second Chance that was as un-38 Special-like as you can imagine, really. But such is the way of biggest hits. Well, your love is greatly appreciated, Tracy, and I hope you enjoy listening to what comes from the rest of us. Some of our regular boys not showing up yet. Hopefully they'll be along. I hope I didn't scare them off with the thought that I only play girly music. They should not be so scared, I'm sure. So this might be a good or a bad thing, but I'm probably talking less tonight than I usually would. So chat amongst yourselves if you feel the need. After this, as I say, we've got Rivers' song from Sleep Token, which I think will be taking us in a different direction. We'll find out. Solid 80s mainstream rock from the, as I say on Monday, probably the only southern rock band to really have much success in the 80s, but that success was pretty limited to just North America. The rest of the world didn't really pay them much mind at all, so it's a wonder I've even heard of them, really. But another band that I only recently heard of is this one. So we're listening to Take Me Back to Eden from the album of the same name. And yes, there we are. It wasn't muted, it was just a quiet start.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go.
So this is from the 2023 album of the same name, Take Me Back to Eden. Coming towards the end of the album. I saw something random on Facebook today, somebody complaining about a title track that doesn't either open or close an album, and I thought that was insane. Their example was Ark of the Diver by Steve Winwood. Track 2, what are they doing? I just thought I'd mention that because it was in my brain. So is this their most recent album? I'm assuming so. No problem, Karen. It's good to have you in with us. I appreciate that there's all sorts of demands on our time, and especially not knowing what time it is in the world where you are. I'm guessing probably afternoonish, but it's obviously 9 o'clock in the evening on Saturday here. Bright and early on a Sunday morning for Tracy, and yeah. I can see that the Chicago track you requested isn't too far away from my natural list, so we might skip a song or two to get to it a little bit faster because we've got plenty to come after it. That will save me completing my sentence that I was just about to do. I told you I was still not quite at my normal self, but music is helping, I have to say. Well, I've never seen this. Rivers retracted a message. Must have been telling me what he really thought of me. Anybody just joining, we are honestly playing love songs. And if you are able to jump in the chat and request a song, please do. River saying that the placement of the song fits the rest of the album. It's sort of a love song to the goddess and the album's story. Sleep Token write music around Sid's story. Each album's a part of it. Oh, blimey. How many albums in are they, River? Because I'm liking this, and I've liked what I previously heard from them, but I, as I say, haven't actually got as far as an album so far. And when they played London last, I think I already had 3 or wasn't even 4 gigs in the space of a week, so I didn't add them to the list that time round. Or I might have done.
it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it. And no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it. And I don't know what's got its teeth in me, but I'm about to bite back in anger.
Okay, three's not. I thought they might have been one of those bands that I've not heard of who have been around for ages and have 10 albums already, which is, at this stage of my life, quite daunting. When the band only has 1 or 2 or 3, that's something I can cope with. So I'm imagining, River, that this is not exactly a softie on the album, but one of the more serene pieces that they do. Is that fair or way off base? Let me know. This comment coming in at exactly the right moment from my point of view, saying Sleep Token's sound is pretty well shown off in this track, some heavier moments, like About Now, but the singing is always gorgeous. I am definitely intrigued. And they're a UK-based band, if I remember rightly, so I should support local acts. So a heavy end to a less heavy song from them. Very nice. So we will head back over to my list, and for my next choice, we've got Love Will Lead Me Home from Alien, Loves Me Like a Rock from Paul Simon, or Love Anyway from Mike Scott solo, but on the Waterboys best of. That's another relatively long one, so let's do something completely different and hear some
That's that groove.
Paul Simon with the Dixie Hummingbirds in tow. Which of course closed the There Goes Ryan and Simon album from 1973. Which is like ages before I was born.
Sunday choir. Oh, my mama loves me, she loves me. She get down on her knees and hug me. Oh, she loves me like a rock. She rocks me like a rock, oh baby, just love me. She love me, love me, love me, love me. When I was grown to be a man, and the devil would call my name. I say now, consummated man, snatching in a purity.
Okay, I think, yeah, River, I had heard that Sleep Token are kind of ghost-like in their stage presentation, so that makes sense. Each member hiding their identity and wearing masks and such on the stage. I don't know how they do that. It's hot enough on a stage with just normal clothes and things on. I can tell you.
I'm up on the presidential podium. My mama loves me, she loves me. She get down on her knees and hug me. Oh, she loved me like a rock. She rocked me like the rock, oh baby, love me. She loved me, love me, love me, love me.
Usually when I do a spin through a playlist like I'm doing tonight, I resolutely don't peek ahead, but I have tonight, so I can tell you that we're going to follow this with a track from one of my favourite bands, and then we will skip ahead slightly. We'll just skip one lot of three, because that will take us neatly into the song that Karen suggested anyway. So, hurrah! So for the sake of completism, I will show you what the three options are before playing the one I'm going to play. They would have been, and are indeed, Love's a Stranger by Magnum, Love Bites by Eclipse, and Love and Touch and Squeezing by Journey. Well, I do like Journey, I do like Eclipse, but if you've been here before, you know I love Magnum. So this is from maybe my least favourite Magnum album, or close to, but I like the song. It's Love's a Stranger from Rock Art in 1994. I've never seen Magnum do this, but I have seen the kind of spin-off band Kingdom of Madness perform this track quite recently, in fact. But with the new singing, it's not very good, so yeah, that's a shame. To be fair, it is hard to measure up to Lord Bob of Catley. It's one of the few overt references to the Bible or Christianity in Magnum's music, although apparently Tony Clark was a pretty dedicated Christian. So I'm never sure if he decided just not to write about that more frequently, or if maybe Bob wasn't that comfortable singing about overtly religious things, but I think spirituality still shines through his writing in many other more subtle ways anyway, so possibly for the better. And now, yes, a kind of panpipey solo from Mr. Mark Stanway. Alrighty. Lovely little bit of Magnum there for us, and I will again. It's only one group of three that we're skipping over for unusual reasons. So, if we had a choice between The Love in Your Eyes by Lee Money, The Love of the Common People by John Denver, and Love in Silence by Uriah Heep, I'd have probably gone for the Heep. But we're not doing that. We're going to go to the next three, and it's fortunately enough the third of these three. So again, we're not hearing Loving You is Sweeter Than Ever from the band, or Love on the Rocks from Neil Diamond, but we are hearing Love Lives On from Chicago, and this is from their 2014 album, so this is pretty recent Chicago by the overall scheme of things, and I think probably their best album since the 70s. Not that that is particularly saying much, you might think, but yeah. Anyway, enough blabber from me, let's hear it.
What was I to you? Maybe to show you how truly beautiful you are. Yeah, even though you've heard it forever from the right one, well, it's kinda like the weather. It becomes the truth. And what were you to me? That is a question that will.
And River, if you have another suggestion for something to missile us up,
just know that what we have in time will travel.
let me know.
You see things like this, they're never quite
A change of pace,
unravel.
again, is
Weave
never a bad thing.
into our
I do have a creeper track on my list, but I don't know if we'll get to that, so just to let you know.
lives on
I do think of everybody when I try to.
without people in it. The path that follows has no limit. Everything we do goes beyond. And even what we leave behind us, someday will come back to find us. I'm telling you that we're that strong. What we had is never gone. Love lives on. What will we do us? Something I know that will never happen in this world again. Yeah, we were more than just each other's cheap attraction. So don't you ever think that you were some distraction, 'cause time will bear to prove love lives on. With or without people in it, the path it follows has no limit. Everything we do goes beyond. And even what we leave behind us, someday will come back to find us, telling you that we're that strong. What we had is never gone. Love lives on. So go on now and know that this is not the end. Just one more story will begin. I'll be out when you look up at the stars at night. Just feel me in their faintest light, 'cause they'll know where I am. Always.
I mean, when you're thinking of titles for love songs, River, Cyanide is one that would definitely leap to mind, I know. I will throw those into it's a nice short one anyway.
Love lives on.
Be my druidess.
With or without people in it, the path it follows has no limit. Everything we do goes beyond. And even what we leave behind us, someday will come back to find us, telling you that we're that strong. Yeah, what we had is never gone. Love lives on. Love lives on. Love lives on. Love lives on. Love lives on.
So this is
Love lives on.
it's what people who don't know Chicago probably think all of their albums are like all the time, but it's actually quite uncharacteristic of this particular album, but it is gorgeous. So thank you to Karen for suggesting it, and thanks to my list for having it in a convenient place to play. Excellent. All right, so I won't look what we're doing there, but we will move on to something I'm sure completely different with another of River's suggestions. So let's have Creeper. Okay, cool, Tracy. I will get you some nice air supply in the mix as well. But yeah, here we go. Cyanide from six. Oh, I've turned into a Kiwi. I can't say six. I say six. Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void from 2020. Oh wow, 16 songs, but not quite 40 minutes. Interesting. There's a 6-second song on here. 17 seconds. Okay, I'm sure those aren't actually songs. They're just like interludes, but still. Well, you're welcome, Karen, and congratulations and again on your 40 years. Highly impressed. So for those not quite catching the lyrics here, she's my cyanide, I drink it every night. Modern love can feel like suicide. It's cherry stuff. All right, thank you, River, for that. Now it's my turn again. You can see my first option here is Porcupine Tree, Love in the past tense. That will be taking us to the proggy side of things, which we may well do. It's up against, though, Love Drive from Scorpions and Love Resurrection from Martin Page. Well, I almost always play Martin Page when he comes up, but sorry, Martin, tonight I'm going to go the Porcupine Tree route. Yeah. This is showing you is from Closure Continuation, which was their recentest kind of reunion album. I think this was a non-album extra track B-side / thing that should have been on the album, in my view, if it wasn't. I know I'm talking even less sense than I usually do, but that's because I'm, not entirely with it. But, I'm coping and you're helping, so thank you. Across a crowded skyline in relentless smell, smog and cigarettes, poisoning the well for those below and low. Yeah, River, that was quite different from the Creeper album that I know, which was, can I even say it, Sanguivore, which to me had kind of Jim Steinman-esque overtones, so definitely a rich sense of humour in amongst that. Speaking of Jim Steinman, we'll be hearing one of his songs next, courtesy of Tracy. I'm assuming that's the song that she meant making that out of nothing at all, because that's the song I'm lining up anyway. So Stephen Wilson of Porcupine Tree has resumed his solo career since this album came out. has a new album out in March, I think, which is basically a 2-song, or is it 1 song split into 2, kind of like Thick as a Brick. Air Supply, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Tracy. That's what we're on the same page. Cool. So yeah, we'll see with Mr. Wilson if he delivers the goods. His previous album, the Harmony Codex, had some good stuff on it, but it also had 3 or 4 really long things that were rather dull, I thought. But that said, I love The Future Bites, which most people really didn't like because they're not very adventurous. So I'll give the new one a go. He's always with your time, Mr. Wilson, even if you ultimately decide that a particular song or album isn't to your taste. And as I'm contractually obliged to mention whenever he comes up, he was present at the very first Marillion gig ever. So for that alone, he's worth celebrating. So yeah, we've had a bit of metal, we've had a bit of prog, just to prove that love covers all the genres. And we've had some nice traditional pop rock as well, and we'll have a bit more of that shortly. With Tracy requesting, definitely, by a long way, my favourite Air Supply song. And that's not to say I don't like other Air Supply songs, because I do, because I am, as we know, really quite soppy at heart. What can I say? All right. Yeah, so as I say, thank you to me for that one, and thank you to Tracy for some Aussie action with a lot of help from Mr. Jim Steinman.
I know just how to whisper, and I know just how to cry. I know just where to find the answers, and I know just how to lie.
Seen some new arrivals in the stream, so folks, if you are interested, willing or able to throw a request for a love song of any sort, you're welcome to do that in the chat. We'll get you covered. Otherwise, we've got enough music to last us all night, and as I said to others earlier in the stream, I'm probably not going to go super long tonight in any case, because I'm still a bit, poor me, yeah, I know. Haven't recorded a single thing for the channel this week, so thank goodness I was ahead and have all of next week's stuff already good to go. But I really do need to get better and feel energized enough to actually talk in front of the camera. Well, I can do it now, but, you know, with more coherence, hopefully. I'm not suffering too badly, thanks Tracy. I mean, I've just had no energy, which is all that different from normal, but it's just more pronounced. But yeah, I haven't been feeling completely rotten other than maybe a day or two. Well, there's a story that goes, and I don't believe it's, I'm just prefacing it with that, there's a story that goes that during one of their many arguments, Meatloaf was saying to Jim Steinman, not necessarily about the song, but about something in general, this song's rubbish, why haven't you got anything better for me? And then Jim Steinman said, well, if you don't want it, I'm just going to give it to whoever's played next on the radio, and he turned it on and it was Air Supply or Bonnie Tyler, because the other story could be Total Eclipse of the Heart. But as I say, it's a nice story, but I don't actually believe it for a second. I just thought I'd share that with you anyway. This was also one of the only singles to chart in the UK, but much bigger hit in the States. Number 2, in fact. I don't have Bo Start in tonight to be giving all the statistics and additional information, so it means I had to do more work myself. It's terrible. I wish Jim Steinman had done a whole album with them, Tracy. This is just an additional track for their greatest hits album. But, he certainly got a great vocal from... I never remember if it's Graham or Russell, because one of them's called Russell Hitchcock and the other's called Graham Russell. But it gets confusing. Especially when you're as easily confused as I am. Alrighty. Well, that was neat. And now I'm sure we're going to have something completely different again from my list. maybe this one. It's my first choice. It's Full Oaks, but folky. Love Me, I'm a Liberal, which is definitely not a love song. I've got that between Love Now Till Eternity from Asia or The Love of My Life from Robert Lamb solo. Well, we've already heard Chicago tonight, so let's go and hear some live folk from the 1960s from Full Oaks, who I think will probably introduce the song for me rather than me do it. Let's see.
In every American community, you have varying shades of political opinion. One of the shadiest of these is the liberals. An outspoken group on many subjects. 10 degrees to the left of center in good times, 10 degrees to the right of center if it affects them personally. So here then is a lesson in safe logic. I cried when they shot Medgar Evers. Tears ran down my spine. And I cried when they shot Mr. Kennedy, as though I'd lost a father of mine. But
hey, Evan David, good to see you in there. And Karen, I will get that in for Mark. Mark's my husband's middle name, so that's exciting, isn't it? Is your husband's middle name Jonathan by any chance? Because that would be really weird.
I go to civil rights rallies and I put down the old DAR. DAR, that's the dikes of the American Revolution.
I don't think you'd get away with that line now, but this is 1966 or so.
Becomes a star, but don't talk about revolution. That's going a little bit too far. So love me, love me, love me, I'm a liberal. I cheered when Humphrey was chosen, my faith in the system restored, and I'm glad that the commies
and Evan David, good to see you. Throw us something lovely. As you can hear from the song we're playing now, our definition of what qualifies as a love song is quite wide. So, yeah. I'm literally just playing songs that have love as the first word of the title. We've had people saying that their love is like cyanide.
What's the matter? Don't they watch last
some actual love songs as well. So yeah, it's been all over the place.
My children, I hope the cops take down your name. So love me.
No, I hope she's doing okay, Evan David. That does not sound fun for anybody.
Yes, I read New Republic and Nation. I've learned to take every view. You know, I've memorized Lerner and Golden. I feel like I'm almost a Jew. But when it comes to times like Korea, there's no one more red, white, and blue.
I remember saying that he does a song a lot, very good critique of liberalism. Yeah. And you know Full Oaks quite well.
I vote for the
you never cease to surprise me, really.
They want the UN to be strong.
Evan David, no videos. I mean,
he sure gets me singing
I can play the audio of a video, although trying to find it might be harder. So we'll just say no because I can't deal with complications tonight.
So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. Sure, once I was young and impulsive, I wore every conceivable pin, even went to socialist meetings, learned all the old Union hymns. But I've grown older and wiser, and that's why I'm turning you in. So love me, love me, love me, I'm a liberal.
All right, a non-love song, but with the word love in the title there from Mr. Full Oaks. But for those tuning in who are after a more traditional kind of love songs evening, well, I can give that to you courtesy of Karen and her hubby of 40 years, Mark, because let's go back 41 years. So I know you said that "Colour My World" was your wedding song, but I'm guessing that this song has probably been played even later in the night. Anyway, we've got "I Want to Know What Love Is" from Foreigner.
Take a little
Great Lou Graham on vocals, of course.
a little time to think things over. I better read between the lines.
All right, I didn't have you down as a dirty socialist, River, but good to know when the government comes calling in, cracking down on people, I'll give you up instantly because I'm one of those. I'm joking, obviously.
Now this mountain I must climb feels like the world upon my shoulder. Through the clouds I see love shine.
The Electrical Lover is indeed on Spotify. I will throw that into the mix.
There's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lonely life.
I missed it earlier, Karen. Your hubby's middle name is Anthony, so, or is it Anthony? We say it differently over here for some reason. Anyway, good to know my husband is not committing bigamy. Obviously, on a night where I'm doing Valentine's related stuff and love song things, I've said, stay in the other room, don't interrupt me. I'm streaming. He's fine with it. He's got stuff to do. I guess I've only got a best of Full Oaks from the Electra years, and I need to get more, but he only came onto my radar because of the Harry Chapin song about him, The Parade Still Passing By. And I know Sean has done some reactions to him as well, which might even have come from you, I'm not sure. Funny thing, when I was pulling this off of Spotify, is when I just typed in "I want to know what love is," it did bring it up by Foreigner, but the first option it gave me was actually a remake with Kelly Hansen on vocals rather than the original, which seems wrong in all sorts of ways. I'm sure it's a very good version, but it's not the first one that you should be offering people, because they might not know the difference. I'm sure it will be interesting, Evan David. Let's face it, you're not the sort to bring boring. I'm sure it will add to the surprising variety of things that we've heard on this allegedly love songs themed show. So, cool. All right. Thank you to Karen and Mark, especially for requesting that one for us. I shall take another look through my little list for one more before we get to Evan David's song. So, the song that does what it says on the tin, and which I feel really could have had a better title, but Love Ballad from George Benson, Love Me Tomorrow from Boz Scaggs, or Love and Maple Syrup from Mr. Gordon Lightfoot. Now, if Bostock was in, I'd be obliged to play Lightfoot, but he's not, so I'm going to go with George Benson. This was a top 20 hit from his, we had the album, it was a double album, Living Inside Your Love. There we go. Glad to hear it, Karen. And thank you both for being around. Well, Evan David, I did actually have a track from Forever Changes as my my setting music before actually starting, so we're again thinking along the same lines, which is a scary thought, if you know how either of our minds works. Doesn't mean that we can't have another one from them, but I don't know how long I will go tonight. We've already done more than an hour, which I thought might be as much as I could manage. So yeah, I'll keep going basically until Spotify tells us not to. That's Spotify, YouTube, one of those things. Yeah, Evan David, I love versus Love and Spoonful Song War does sound fun, I have to admit. And presumably wouldn't be super long, so we'll let me know what you're thinking and we'll see if we manage to fit it in a bit later. Just as I'm saying that, I'm starting to get there. We've detected audio in your stream belonging to someone else's message, but as we know, they can take some time between getting that and anything being affected. So we'll hope for the best. Just while I think of it, for those who are in the chat or indeed watching the replay, in a fortnight's time I'll be away with the other half, funnily enough. I'm doing 2 jobs next Saturday, but I do expect the second of those to be done in time for me to stream as normal from about 9 o'clock on Saturday night. Yeah, so might do the thing I've long threatened of doing, mixing up the Kinks best of and the Who best of, and having a kind of Kinks versus Who evening, which I think people have suggested they would enjoy at some point. So, yeah. And now we will find out what the Cybertronic spree have to say with Logical Lover, and whether it is indeed entertaining and interesting when you're not watching the video, which we won't be doing. So, okay, so this is actually from a 2023 album, but from what Evan David was saying, it seems they've only just released a new music video for this particular track. Cool, David. I've got both of those tracked down. Yeah, this is sounding pretty good and interesting to me. Darren, I don't know if we'll have time, but yes, you can. If we manage to fit it in, then great, and if not, then sorry. But definitely throw me one more in the chat, and we'll see how we go. At this stage, I will literally just stop whenever YouTube sends us down, I expect. Okay, and I've got the Doobie's tune on the list, so we'll see if we make it that far. Hopefully we do, because and if not, at some point, probably around the time that the new album from them comes out, I expect I will do an all Doobie Brothers night. So if I don't play it tonight, I'll try and remember to play it then. Or, you know, both, possibly. Who knows? And Evan David telling us, for the uninitiated, the Cybertronic Spree are a band who dress up as characters from the 80s Transformers cartoon, and who perform both covers of pop culture related tunes as well as originals. Wow. Where are they from, Evan David? Are they, I'm going to guess American, but they might be Swedish. That sort of thing happens there. Like. It's a good tune anyway. I'm, as you know, on record as saying that usually music videos actually distract from the music, and I'm not a big fan of them, unless I'm in them. Though I dare say this one would have been fun. All right. So, those who are new or those who don't remember, because I don't feel that Spotify deserves money, I'm only on a free version of Spotify. So, one of the reasons I flip back and forth between there and my own list is to avoid playing ads, and because I've got a music library of 22,000 songs, so I like to play some of them as well. So for my next set of 3 to choose between for our entertainment tonight, I've got Love's Gonna Find You by Bobby Kimball of Toto, Love and Regret from Deacon Blue, or Love is a Man's World by Toto. Well, actually, the better song, since we're going to have a Toto-related song, let's hear Bobby solo, because this is a pretty weird tune, and quite up-tempo. This is an album he made whilst not in Toto that he released shortly after rejoining Toto in the late 90s. Yeah, Karen, I'm looking for the new Doobies as well, because I thought that the previous album, Liberté, was excellent and a massive return to form. Long awaited, I have to say. And to hear what they can actually do carrying on with that, but with Michael McDonald in there as well, I'm hoping it really works, but we shall find out. I know, Evan David, that Sean's just posted the schedule for RTTC, and I don't think Trey's streaming this week. Well, Sean is, but he's meant to be back next week, so just heads up for you on that if you weren't already aware.
Reach out for someone, hold out your hand and I'll be there too, there for you. Someday love is gonna find you, it's coming up there right beside you.
So I will actually play the Doobies after this track, then one more from me, and then we'll try and get Evan David's Love vs. Love and Spoonful back then. I do still have the Typo Negative track in as well. River may or may not have time to fit that in. It will probably be about us. So. Yeah, it's been a good night. Thank you to, I mean, I'm not saying goodbye yet, but thank you to everyone who's been in and requesting tunes, especially those who've been too busy to chat but have chatted anyway. On the Canadian, the Cybertronic spree, for those who were wondering, as I was, until Evan David told me. It's Buzz Fighton on guitar with Bobby here. And the chap who produced this album, a guy called John Zaker, is working on a documentary about Bobby Kimball, which, as we know, has a very sad conclusion because he's battling a particularly nasty kind of dementia, and there's no way back from that. And he's basically a shell of the great man that he was. But I'm sure that they're going to cover all of the many, many great years before that. I'll throw that on the pile, Tracy. I suspect we won't get that far, but I hope to be wrong. Alrighty. Thanks again to me for that one, and thank you to Karen for some doobie action. This is from the snappily titled "What Were Once Vices Are Now Habits" album from 1974. And fun fact for you, the B-side of this single was a little track called "Black Water," which eventually, much later, got flipped and became their first number one single. This one only reached number 32, which is criminal, but there you go. Tom Johnson actually blamed that line, "The radio just seems to bring me down," as maybe a reason why radio didn't play this like they might have done. But it's one of those things, you never know why people do what they do, unless it's just a case of not being paid enough money by the record company, of course. thanks again to Karen for bringing some Doobies action for us tonight. That's another Park, another Sunday. And before we head to, hopefully, Evan Davis Battle, we've got, from me, Love is Just Another Word from Harry Chapin, Love Collision from John Waite, or Love in the Ice Age from Pat Benatar. Well, we haven't had the ladies' perspective so far tonight, so let's have a bit of Pat from 1984. Another deep cut from her Tropico album that didn't come up when I did that for its 40th anniversary last year, so this is not going to be one to be found on your compilation, Evan Davis, but I think, as with many of the tracks from this sort of mid-period, it's a good enough. So, after Pat, touch wood, we'll get through Evan David's Love vs. Love and Spoonful song war, and hopefully, they're both short songs, so hopefully we'll get to hear them back to back without Spotify ads in between, but we'll only find out when it happens. I don't think I know either of the songs. I know I don't know the Love song, because I only know Forever Changes from them, which I really should rectify. And Love and Spoonful might have been one of the best songs that we had. Like, in the 90s, I'm talking. So it's been a while, even if I did hear it then. Well, thank you, Evan David. I always love to be proved right about anything, really. So, hurrah. And they're saying it's pretty good stuff either way, though. Absolutely. Alrighty. That was Pat Benatar. This is Love with No Matter What You Do. Hopefully. Yes. No. Hold on one moment. It wasn't muted, but I managed to turn the volume on Spotify right down to nothing anyway. So let's try that one again. That's more like
Do you remember me? I'm the one you talk
So
about.
this is a song war, so for those who don't know what that is, if there's anybody who doesn't, we'll play both songs and then I'll pop up a little poll and you get to vote for which one you like the best, or the most, or, you know, that sort of thing. So listen closely.
What in the world you say, girl, I'm gonna love you anyway. Do you remember when you said that I was your true love, and you take care of me and watch me like the stars above? No matter what in the world you do, hey, I'll always be in love with you. No matter what in the world you say, girl, I'm gonna love you anyway. I just gotta get played one time for everybody now.
So I gather this is from the debut from Love. Obviously Forever Changes the Eclectic is their third album. And I'm liking this, but not as much as those Forever Changes tunes. So. Not that I can vote. Probably would vote for this one, but in 30 seconds or so we'll hopefully skip ads and move over to the Love and Spoonfuls entry in this war. Right. Oh, we've done it. Back-to-back songs on Spotify. It doesn't always fall that way, but hurrah.
And talk of all the things we did today.
Of course, next week, if I'm just playing off my Who and Kinks CDs, we don't have to worry about what Spotify might not do. We can just listen to music straight through all night long in one place. Easy for me, but it is fun mixing up my own stuff with what you guys all bring. I mean, we have literally been all over the place tonight, and that's on what some would have seen as quite a restrictive theme. So
It's not just these few hours, but I've been waiting since I taught for the great relief of having you to
this one not ringing any bells with me. So it's difficult to know if I did know it once upon a time.
almost past. I think I come to see myself at last, and I see that the time spent confused was the time that I spent without you, and I feel myself in blue. So darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you don't. My darling, be home soon. It's not just these few hours, but I've been waiting since I toddled for the great relief of having you to talk to.
While it's playing, I'll select my next song so that I can then get the poll up and running. So I've got Love to Love from UFO, Loved by You from Journey, or Love Worth Dying For, Thunder. I'm going to go with Journey, which is most Steve Perry Journey, which would have Sean Holmes up in arms. Not open arms, but up in arms. Oh, never David saying that a cover of this Love and Spoonful tune is one of the highlights of Slade's seminal live album, Slade Live. Look out for it as part of the Slade Top 10 sequel he'll be doing for reactions to the classics soon, or I certainly will. Because I'm liking this, and you know, if I was voting myself, I would I'm just going to put the band names in, so for anyone wondering, Love was the first song, and Love and Spoonful is the one that we're hearing now, but I will make that live now, actually. So, do go and give it a vote for your preference. And I'll bring up the Journey tune as promised. As Spotify did indeed move to more ads straight away. I knew they would.
Every time it's like the first time, tenderly. Loving you's like breathing spring. Seasons change, but your heart beats constantly. You're my blessings every day that you love me. As the sunset disappears across the northern sky, and you look for forever in my eyes. Know that I can stay long as I have a voice. I thank God above that I was your first choice. If I should die before I wake, I'll go into the night whispering your name. Flying in your arms is the last thing that I do. At least I know that I'll be loved by you.
Kevin David adding that Love and Spoonful are his personal pick for the most underrated band of the 60s. Well, there's a conversation that is quite complicated. I think I would probably go with the Hollies, who, despite the ridiculous number of hits they had, just don't get enough love, oddly enough, all these years later. And they were a great singles band. They made interesting albums. And they had some of the best musicians in any 60s bands, especially Tony Hicks and Bobby Elliott. So, after this tune, I'll try and get River's last one in there, and then Tracy's last one. Again, if Spotify will play along. Actually wind up. So, I mean, we're not there yet, unless I suddenly vanish, and you know what will happen then. We'll just say nighty night, bye byes. Fingers crossed we can make it through those last few tunes.
So let the years roll by. These are the best times of my life. I'll just smile when the days are through.
Yeah, this is 21st Century Journey. Came out in 2001. Might be mentioning Journey again very shortly, for reasons we'll get to. But first, let's have some Type O Negative with Be My Druidess, thanks to River. This is from the October Rust album. And again, should be quite a contrast from the song we just heard. Yeah, Evan David. I know some. I had to take a deep breath before trying to get through this name. Dave D. Dozy, Beaky McIntitch. I can never remember it. I know some of their songs, but by the time you said their band name, you've forgotten what song you were playing. You have to start over again. Karen, the Robert Lamb song that was one of my options that I skipped over before was, I think it was The Love of My Life, which was originally from In My Head and then was reissued on the extended version of that album, which was Too Many Voices in 2004, actually, because it came after Subtlety Passion. Remember saying that Peter Steele has a voice that melts? I'm going to guess that Peter Steele is the vocalist for Type O Negative, because I'm that clever. Well, I found out better than I thought I might. As I mentioned, I'd locked the other half in another room tonight, and I said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to stream for very long tonight. Probably only do an hour." Okay, there we go. But for those watching the replay, I will finish this song off. There's a couple of minutes left. So, that said, thank you to Tracy, River, Evan David, Karen, and Karen's other half of 40 years, Mark. Great to have you all in for some... Well, we were all over the place tonight for a love song theme. We had metal, we had prog, we had folk, and we had some soppy love songs that were lovely. I will see, hopefully, everybody again next week for the Kinks versus the Who, which would be a fun night. And just finishing the love versus love and spoonful battle. Love took the win, but only just by 1 vote. But that's enough to win an election, or a song war in this case. Alrighty. So, yeah, that is it. Thanks to everybody who came along. Have great weeks. I'll hopefully be more alive and well next time. And yeah, thanks for watching, and bye for now. But not for long.